Blog Talk Radio.
It's the Ed Show, not the Ted Show. It's the sit back, relax in your bed show. It's the Ed Show. Come on to the Ed Show. You can talk to Ed on the Ed Show. Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's your friend Ed. Back again on Thursday night here in America, Las Vegas, and we're going to talk about a bunch of whole stuff that happens in the world, and we got this and that going on. I'm watching Seinfeld. Now, you guys always think, oh, you know Seinfeld and trivia and all that. I whoop everybody in Seinfeld trivia. I don't care. I know Elaine. I know Kramer. I know Jerry, and I know George, and George's mom and dad, and Kramer's mom, and Jerry got two different dads and a mom, and Elaine got a dad that was, you know, he was the guy in Reservoir Dogs. He was the daddy when Jerry had the candy striped jacket. Yeah, I know about it. You guys think I don't know? Shoot, I've been watching Seinfeld before it was even on. I already knew. I already knew the episodes. I already knew what people were talking about, everything. So, you know, you want to mess with me, I already beat you kids at sports trivia. So, you know, gotta let you know. Did a lot of horse racing today. Bet me some horses, because, you know, I be having my Ed's weekly horse racing contest. We're on number 5 now. Everybody plays. We got a lot of competition live people in there. Then I rank everybody, you know how they play over the weeks. And you know I'm number 1, so that's all right. But this week I'm not winning though. Card Wizard winning. He hit a $500 ticket. 501 points on one goddamn race. But hey, that's what happens. If you guys want to play, all you gotta do, go to the damncheck.com thing and sign your butt up, man, and play. That's all you gotta do. But as far as horse racing, me personally, I won $1,189 today, so I ain't worried about it. I got the money. Ain't no problem. I hit me some horses, hit me some exactas. Had a good day. Won a couple of baseball games, waiting for a couple more games to go, and had me a whole bunch of money by the end of the night. All they're going to do is add to what I got. And, you know, that's just what happens. I know it's NFL times coming up, but first I want to get my co-host on. You guys know number 19 been sick, so Larry been taking over. So, Larry, you there?
Yeah, it's me, number 19.
Hey, Larry, what's going on? How you doing?
No, yeah, it's number 19. It's your old buddy.
Number 1. Number 19 sick.
No, I'm all right. You know.
This number 19?
Yeah, it's number 19 yet.
Jesus Christ, man! I thought Larry was gonna co-host it. How come no one told me you guys were switching back?
Yeah, we like to keep you on your toes yet.
Jesus Christ, Larry.
Well, it's number 19. It's not Larry. It's
number 19. Yeah, you guys got me confused tonight. Jesus Christ.
It's hard to do.
You're not sick no more, huh?
No, not really. I still a little under the weather. I had a tooth pulled the other day, and I had an infection in my jaw as well. So that's my jaw was all swollen up yet. It looked like you hit me.
I mean, I would punch you in the mouth. I don't care. You know, you make me mad, I'll punch you right in the mouth. I don't care, man. People talk trash to me. Bam! Right in the mouth, man. Hey, do you know that ZacuScore don't work over at AccuScore no more?
Well, how can they have a AccuScore if ZacuScore isn't there? I thought he was the main guy.
He was the figurehead, I think, because there was other people that did all the computerizing.
Uh-huh.
they signed with ESPN on, but he called me the other day and told me, he says, Ed, man, I'm not with AccuScore no more. He's with a PR marketing firm in the sports management department in Los Angeles. I said, oh, man, when you going to give me a job? He said he got me, he's thinking about me, he said.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Yeah, so I'll probably be moving to Los Angeles to help sports marketing PR firm, you know. I could do that.
You think you'd be good at the sports marketing and the PR and whatnot?
Yeah, I already got a bunch of NFL rules I got to change, so.
Oh, this will be good.
You know, so that's what I'm saying.
Well, everyone knows about your field goal one. Where the
field goal one is great. The field goal one is great. For all you kids that don't know about it, the rule change for field goals is you want people to score touchdowns. So, the closer you are to the goal line, the more the field goal is worth. From the 1 to the 20 is 3 points. Well, inside the 20 is 3 points. You got to get inside the 20. From the 20 to the 40, 20 to the 35, something like that. It'd be 2 points. Anything past the 35-yard line, just 1 point. That'll discourage people. They already want to get rid of kickers anyway by not even having these kickoffs. So, hey, make them less invaluable than they already is, I guess. Because right now, kickers rules. Kickers determine a lot of games. Too many games, if you ask me. Because if I was a kicker, I'd be demanding all kinds, especially if I was a kicker that didn't miss, I'd be demanding Tom Brady money. I would. And I'd get it. You don't think I would, number 19?
No, not at all.
But I would.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. But
what other rule changes do you have for the NFL, Ed?
Another rule change that I've got for the NFL is that holding, you've got to be able to hold a little bit. These holding rules are ridiculous.
Well, technically you can hold a little bit as long as your hands are inside the shoulder pad, inside the shoulders. You just can't get on the outside,
Well, I think you should be able to, and I think you should be able to do that. I think you should be able to hold them for 3 seconds. If you hold on for longer than 3 seconds, that's holding.
All right. So you expect referees in the middle of plays to start counting 1, 2, okay, you're good. Yeah.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
The play's usually over 3 seconds, Ed,
Well, maybe we'll go it to 1 second. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think holding for the offensive line should be a little bit more lenient.
All right.
Now, I think that the defensive lineman should be able to go back to the head slap.
No, you can't be head slapping people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the NFL's getting too baby-fied, man. You got to let the head slap come back. You got to legalize Stickum once again, too.
Oh, yeah, Stickum was great. Yeah.
Stickum was great. How do you think Fred Biletnikoff made a living?
Yeah, Lester Hayes.
Lester Hayes, too. I mean, Stickum was great. You know how many spectacularized catches we'd have nowadays with these kids that are super athletes?
Freddie Biletnikoff, for the young people out there who don't remember, the Oakland Raiders of the 70s, Lester Hayes was a cornerback, Freddie Biletnikoff a great wide receiver. Biletnikoff was so covered in Stickum that he liked to chew gum, but he couldn't open the gum himself. He had to have someone, like a trainer, open the gum and put it in his mouth for him because he had Stickum all over his hands. One
time Biletnikoff ran an in route. He ran 10 yards, cut in, Stabler threw it. Biletnikoff was adjusting his face mask, and he wiped his shirt, and the ball stuck to the shirt, and he took off running. And he was running in stride with the ball stuck to his shirt, scored a touchdown, peeled the ball off his shirt, and spiked it.
And they'd put clumps of it, on their socks and stuff, too, so if they needed more, they'd just reach down and get it,
Yeah. I mean, that was an amazing play, man. I haven't seen that play replayed very often, though.
Yeah, I don't ever recall seeing that play.
Well, the NFL, since they outlawed Stickum, they try not to show them plays no more.
Yeah. So, all right, so you want the field goal score changed. You want the holding allowed for 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And then you want stick 'em back. What else?
Well, I think that I think you can have a 1 point, a 2 point, and a 3 point conversion after a touchdown.
A 3-point conversion.
Take it from the 10.
Take it from the 10-yard line for a 3-point conversion. Huh.
Yeah. And then also, I think this, that if on the kickoff, no touchbacks.
Yeah, I like
you
that.
You have to run it out. You have to run it out.
I like that. That's kind of like the Canadian Football League. You got to run that ball out. You can't be.
Yeah.
Right?
If you don't, and if you don't run it out, then it's a safety.
Yeah.
But I think you got to run out. You got to run it out.
Yeah. What do you think of that new rule? Yeah, they put. Well, it's a new old rule because they used to do it in the old days. But they're kicking off from the 35 again, and everyone's complaining that there's just going to be nothing but touchbacks. Well, what do you think of that?
Well, that's why I say you got to neglect that, and then put on where you got to run the ball out.
It's player safety there. They're all scared about player safety.
That's bullcrap, man. Nothing to do with player safety. But did you hear the other thing that they said about that as well? That the original version of that was the touchback would go to the 25-yard line instead of the 20. Yeah. But the coaches vetoed that. They said, no, we'll keep them to 35, but still take it from the 20. But I say here's what I say. On mine, if you don't run it out, a touchback goes to the 10.
Wow. Yeah.
So that would encourage them to run the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, that would be something.
So I just think things like that would just, would help out a lot.
That's what I like about you, the Ed. You're always thinking, Yeah. You're always thinking. Yeah.
I'll think of some more rule changes too.
There is no off position.
A very important rule.
Uh-huh.
The ground can cause a fumble.
Yeah.
Because I always think that's stupid. The ground can't cause a fumble. Hey, man, if you can't hold on to it, that's your fault.
So how do you know when the play's officially over then? Like if a guy, his knees are down, the play's still alive until what? They sit on him for a couple seconds, or
you gotta hold him down.
Gotta hold him down.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, you just can't be baby firing these guys no more, man.
I think in the early days of football, like in the the 20s and stuff, like that's the way it was. Like the ground could cause fumbles, and the play wasn't over. Like guys could even get up and keep running if they were tackled, until they pinned them down. Like they had to hold them down,
Well, if they do, they do.
Yeah.
They already get mad just in damn can't sue for slamming people. But you know what? He's just so strong.
Yeah.
That's why he can do it.
That kid is awesome. Dominican Sue.
That's what he does.
He's just going to be a terror for the Lions this year.
Yeah, I know. He'll probably get a couple fines, but that's all right. If I was the Lions, here's what I would do if I was the Lions. I would renegotiate his contract and give him an extra $500,000 a year just for fines.
Yeah. Tell him just beat the hell out of people. Gives them a reputation, like personality.
Exactly.
Detroit Lions, we're tough. You come in here, we're going to knock you out,
Yeah. That's what I do. Man. Now in college football, there's been a lot of problems too lately. And I know you don't follow college football.
No, not really.
A big scandal has erupted at Miami University of Miami, the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I heard about it. It was all over the place. Can't
over
avoid it.
72 players got money and cash and gifts and hookers and all kinds of stuff, which ain't a bad thing. I mean, these guys got to get it. I mean, hey. So, but here's what I hate, is they try to make this, the guy who did it, okay, he did a Ponzi scheme, whatever. Here's what I say, is they go, oh, he don't got no credibility because he's felon. I'm like, well, he wasn't a felon when he was doing the stuff. He had all the credibility in the world when he was giving away the money to Miami.
That's right. That is the
felon, man. Yeah, they're like,
oh, you can't believe what he says. He's a crook. He breaks the law to give you money. So, yeah, he was a crook then, too.
And what's so funny is when ESPN shoved the camera in a bunch of NFL players' face this week, not one of them called the guy a liar. A lot of them just said, yeah, man, listen, that's stuff in the past. I don't even want to deal with that. That's all
I
don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about that, man. That's a long time ago. They don't never say, like, oh, that dude's lying his butt off. No one says that.
Well, because that guy's got pictures, he's got credit card receipts, he's got everything, He's got it all documented.
Oh, he ended a booster, but he was just young enough to hang with the fellas, man. Just like that T. Boone Pickens over at Oklahoma State. He gives all kinds of junk and builds stuff. This guy even had like a lunchroom named after him at the University of Miami.
Well, once again, I mentioned this to you the other day on our little fake radio show there, the hockey show, but it's not like Miami's getting all the best recruits in the country, So think of what the schools that are in the top recruits are doing. Miami's hardly a power these days, yet. So think what all these other teams are doing.
Well, I wouldn't think they're going to the extent that the Miami guy was doing, because he was just an extravagant, crazy dude. But, I mean, at other schools, there's stuff going down. There's stuff going down at Texas. There's stuff going down at UCLA. Well, I knew there was stuff going down at USC. I do think that this one at Miami probably was one of the biggest. Alabama could have a bigger one. I'm pretty sure Alabama has a bigger one, but no one's going to chase them. Notre Dame, no, I mean, they've got a little bit of that junk going on. Everybody got a little bit of the junk going on. Ohio State had a little bit going on, hey. There's always things. To me, here's what I say. Here's the rule changes that I could say, put forth in my mind. Because if you want to keep these rules sacred, you've got to punish the players and the coaches. The school, it's stupid to vacate wins and all that, because we've seen who won. No one's going to tell me that USC didn't win the game. So what? Reggie Bush was ineligible. Okay? It don't matter. What I'm saying is, if, say, a player is a freshman, when he comes on campus, he signs papers. If he is caught cheating, messing up the school where they get on probation and do all this junk, and he causes embarrassment to the school, he has to pay his tuition back times 4.
Now why 4, Ed? Why is 4 the magic number?
Because it goes 4 years.
Okay.
So I just say, if it's like $50,000 a year, times 4, that's $200,000 a year times 4. You got to pay back $800,000. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Now, most kids will be like, man, I do not want to owe nobody $800,000, because they don't even know for sure if they're going to make the NFL. What kind of student loan would that be to pay off? Jesus Christ. So that would be a big deterrent right there for kids to do that. All they got to do is just wait till they get the money. Now, coaches, on the other hand, say like, for instance, Nick Saban at Alabama. He makes about $4 million a year, we'll say. He might make more than that. But let's say he's been there for 6 years, and he's making this $4 million a year, and they can relegate his evilness all the way to his second year. I say that the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth years, that's 5 years times $4 million that he made, $20 million. He has to pay half of that back. That's his penalty. And then he is not allowed to coach in the NCAA forums again for 4 years. He's got to miss a whole recruiting class.
I see.
Now, don't you think a suspension like that would make a coach be like, man, I can't afford to lose $10 million, and then 4 more years they're not making no money? Don't you think they're going to wonder who the hell's at campus? Where are their best players at? They're going to start.
He could just go to the NFL like Pete Carroll, you know.
Well, that doesn't happen very often. Pete Carroll was an NFL coach before he was a USC coach. That's why they give him another chance. But
wasn't he about to get suspended and stuff at USC? Like, wasn't?
Yeah, but still, Pete Carroll still, you would say he still has to pay back all his money for them 5 years. He still got to pay the money back. He still has to pay the money. And then if he ever wants to come back to college coaching, you know, he can't for 4 years. He can go to the NFL, yeah, sure, but in 4 years he can come back to college. He just can't coach in college for 4 years. He still got to pay the money.
I just don't like how they all act like they're all high and mighty, and you know, our pal Dave says about pies when they're all just thieving crooks. The whole lot.
Well, they're not all just thieving crooks.
Ugh.
Pat Knight ain't a crook. The Bob Knight ain't no crook. Gene Katie wasn't a crook. I'm telling you. Now, John Wooden, he was a crook.
Yeah. John Wooden was a crook.
Yeah. But, you know, hey, or we could go the other way. Why don't we just open it up?
I'm sorry, but when I was saying that, I don't just mean the college, the coaches, and the teams. I mean the universities and the university presidents. That's really what I'm talking about. It's all just a big scam.
The presidents mess up the whole situation. That's why we got this stupid BCS. We could have a playoff and everything, but the presidents don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because
it's all about lining their pockets.
Bonuses. Yeah. I mean, to me, I got it to where we got too many in college football. There's too many teams anyway in Division I that are irrelevant. No one cares about Akron. Don't have a chance. Nobody in those conferences have a chance to win the BCS. We need to cut it down to 80 teams. Have 8 conferences with 10 teams in each conference. Okay? Now, the top 2 teams, or maybe whoever wins the conference from each of them, go to a final 8 and have a playoff. You know, and the SEC would get a pick which 10 teams they want to keep in their league. The Big 12 would say what teams they want to keep. Then the teams like BYU and Notre Dame, they would go to be into one of these other conferences. We would have a whole big thing that every conference should be created equally with the same amount of teams. Maybe not the same amount of revenue that comes in from the TV networks, but they should have the same exact amount of teams. Because it's just silly that one division got 16, one division got 9. That's dumb.
Yeah.
You got to make things a level playing field, especially if it's college, man. Even in NFL, there's four teams in each division. NFL, baseball's the only dummies.
Yeah,
one division got 6, one division got 4. Now that's stupid, but they're trying to fix that.
But from what I hear, they're not going to fix it next year. There was talk about realignment and everything, but last thing I heard
listen, Bud Selig only got 1 more year. When he's gone, baseball will be straightened out. That guy's just a buffoon, man. He's stupid. Yeah. You know? Remember one time I was eating tacos with him, and he was just stupid talking.
You were eating tacos with Bud Selig?
Yeah. And we were sitting there at this Mexican restaurant called Chulapa. And we were sitting there eating, talking. I was like, listen, bud. I said, man, you got to fix all this stuff going on. He's like, well, Ed, man, I got to do what's best for me. I got to get the Brewers a World Series, man, before I die. And that's what he's trying to do, and I'm sure the Brewers probably going to win it this year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What do you think of them this year? They have a good chance, huh?
I've already got $2,000 on them.
They have to win it this year because they're not going to re-sign Prince Fielder, right? He's gone.
Yeah, Prince Fielder's going to be gone out of there. They're not going to keep him, so. And I'm telling you, Prince Fielder's probably going to sign with the Detroit Tigers.
He doesn't like his dad, though. They don't get along, right?
I think that they've kind of made up a little bit now.
Okay.
But I think
yeah,
that
I'm not, like, I don't know.
go,
I just thought,
he
I
didn't
heard their
like
relationship
it
was strained.
it was strange because, what's so stupid? He was mad because his dad cheated on his mom. I'm like, well, your dad was a professional athlete. What the fuck you think is going to happen?
Hey, let me just give out the phone numbers here real quick, Ed, in case anyone wants to call in and talk to you. 646-716-7522. 646-716-7522. And if you call in and you want to talk to the Ed, make sure you press your little button that raises your hand. And like, hey, I want to talk to the Ed.
Well, they probably could do it.
Yeah, probably could.
Probably could do it.
What was I going to say there, the Ed? Well, I can't tell if this person wants to talk to you or not.
Put him on. I don't give a damn.
All right. Caller in the 818 area code. Do you want to talk to the Ed?
Yeah, man. About downtown. What's cracking, folks?
Hey,
what's going on, caller? What your name is, caller?
Man, this is DMQ, man. What's up, Dad?
Hey, DMQ. Hey, man, DMQ. I got to ask you a question, man. I'm glad you called. We doing this horse racing game every day.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that your entry is always messed up, man, on the goddamn board? Everybody else is all in line, nice and neat. Yours comes in just raggedy, man.
Oh, man, I'm doing it from my phone at work, man. I mean, what do you want from me? I mean, isn't like I'm not that.
I didn't know. Yeah. I just was like, man, how is this dude doing this, man? Because every day, everybody else's entries come in all nice and lined up perfect. Oh, DMQs, man, I got a goddamn Morris coded, man.
Well, man, it takes about 45 minutes to do it on my phone, give or take, depending on my workload. So, I mean, that's why it's kind of raggedy, man. Do it from home, yeah, it'll look nice, but, it's just...
Well, Long John Silver's get busy around that time that you be putting in picks in, I see.
Yeah, man, and plus the times are kind of strange, man. Sometimes 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning,
Yeah. What do you do over at Long John Silver's? You cook or just take the orders?
Say what? No, man, I do insurance.
They sell insurance at Long John Silver's now?
Man, there ain't no Long John Silver's out here.
What?
The closest Long John Silver's to me is on the way to Vegas and Barstow.
What kind of fish places they got in Los Angeles then?
Oh, man, we got a couple of H&R on top, and then you go to the hood spots, you got the places where they buy, they fry.
Oh, yeah, you buy it, we fry it?
Yeah, we got some spots like that. But I live in a Latino area, though, so they don't have nothing like that, so I get the core man.
Yeah, you eat in a Latino area. You get sick, you eat in that Mexico area, man. You get sick.
Oh, man, I love Mexican food. Ain't no thing about me.
You don't get sick?
Nah, man.
Man, I went to Tijuana, I got sick as a dog.
Well, that's because you're messing with them hookers over there, that's why.
Well, I mean, I did a couple of them, but that wasn't a problem. They was
man.
too.
You can't be going over to try to see that donkey show and try to hook up. It don't work that way.
We've seen a donkey show. It was $18, man. The guy said, "Give me $18, we'll see it."
Damn, $18 American? That's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I give him. He asked me how much I had on me. I had $18. I had more than 18, but I knew not to tell him that because he'd want it all. But that was a good little deal, man. You ever seen the donkey show #19?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh man, the girl actually do it to a donkey.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, DMQ, are you watching the Steelers and Eagles?
No, I just got home. Yeah, I just got home. I'm in the park as we speak, so I saw some updates on Twitter and whatnot, but I haven't seen any of the game yet.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
beating the hell out of the Eagles.
What channel is that on?
It'll be on Fox.
Oh, hold on, man. I don't even know what game's on. I got a bet tonight. I got the Patriots getting 2 points from Tampa Bay, but I ain't heard no score yet.
You're betting on preseason football games, dude.
Yeah, I put 300 on them. What Oh, Steelers up 24-0. Jesus Christ. I thought the Eagles was supposed to be the dream team. Oh, they're like a goddamn nightmare out there. 24-0.
Yeah, those touchdowns, they were
eyes?
scored early in the game, too. It's not like, the second and third stringers were doing it.
Is Ben Roethlisberger playing today?
Yeah, he threw 2 touchdowns, I think.
Hey, DM2, man, how do you like the horse racing game?
It's fun, man. I haven't honestly done horse racing since I was like 18 when I was old enough to go to Hollywood Park. So it was kind of fun. It's just kind of fun just to pick on, or attempt to pick a little something. I use I do my picks per names, not necessarily the odds. And as you can tell, I'm not doing very well at it, but I still have fun with it.
Yeah, I know. I won the last 2 weeks in a row, but I'm not going to win this week. The goddamn card whiz, man, done hit a goddamn bomb like Vietnam. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what he did. But usually I'm the best at everything we do anyway.
I don't know about that.
Why am I so much better than all you kids? That's what I want to know.
Well, it is your game. So, you got some cheat codes because it is your game, so.
I don't cheat. I don't cheat on nothing. No, Integrity part of my middle name, man. Integrity part of my middle name. I don't be messing around like that. I make sure the games is on the up and up. I'm like the Steelers when they beat the Eagles 24-0.
Man, you should have dropped it on some preseason football pick on. That would have been fun.
I forgot. I got so many games going on, and I had the PGA golf game. That game sucked. That was the worst game I ever ran, man. I'll never do another golf game again. Hey, you can take that one down, number 19. That game sucked. Just throw it in the trash. Yeah. But, yeah, we got a lot of kids listening to the show. We got to get more kids playing the NFL games, man. I'm giving away cash prizes this year. So get your butt on there and try to win some rent money. I know that's what you want to do. People want to win.
I'm trying to get my $5.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get your rent money. What's rent in Los Angeles now? About $500-600 a month?
Shoot, I wish. Not even close.
What? Less than that? Jesus Christ, L.A. cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking about coming to L.A. Honky White Sucker's brother, he's in Del Mar right now. He's been there the last 2 days for horse racing.
Oh, Del Mar is nice.
Yeah, I know. I want to go. Guess what he bought me?
What did he buy you?
You heard of baseball cards, right?
Of course, I still have some cards.
Well, they make jockey cards and sell them at Del Mar, $5 a pack.
Jockey cards? How much is a jockey card?
Huh?
How much is a jockey card worth?
I don't know. We're going to make them worth a lot because I told them to buy me 5 packs. They $5 a piece. I said, man, go grab me 5 packs of them.
Wow, that's interesting. I need to look at my card collection and see how much they're worth. I know I have my Yager rookie and some other stuff just sitting in there in a box. I might need to cash out.
Dang. I'm thinking about making, we're going to have the Demochet cards, and I'm going to make cards of all of us. So.
Wow.
Well, mine would be worth the most. So, yeah, go ahead and do so. Yeah.
We're going to put you in an action pose with a girl smacking you right in the mouth. Number 19, his card is going to be him standing next to a broom, and you're going to see who's skinnier.
You have to pick me out from the broom.
Yep, mine's going to be a picture with me and like 10 girls.
Yeah, that'll be great. Now, DM2, was there anything specific you called in to talk to the Ed about, or you just want to shoot the breeze?
Yeah, I was shooting the breeze, man. It's been a while since I hollered at y'all. Just wanted to hi.
Yeah, no problem.
See that y'all doing a good show. Like
who are you picking to go to the Super Bowl this year?
Steelers, man. What kind of question is that?
That's a legitimate question. Well, the Steelers will go probably because I'm sure they're going to get tickets. But I'm talking about who do you think is going to participate and play in it? They done brought Cordell Stewart back, number 10. What the hell is Cordell Stewart doing on a goddamn
Dennis
field?
Dixon, the Ed. Dennis Dixon.
Huh?
Dennis Dixon.
No, that's Cordell Stewart. Oh, no, I do say Dixon on his back. Why, he got Flash's number, man. I thought they retired that number because he was the first openly gay NFL player.
No, the Ed, please.
Well, I thought I was Peyton Manning. But I picked the Eagles.
No. You knew the story about Cordell Stewart getting caught in that gay nightclub down in Pittsburgh. You knew about that in the underground.
No.
Yeah, and he had the ball in his mouth with the mask on with the zipper.
No.
They don't got stuff like that.
Huh?
They don't got stuff like that in Pittsburgh.
Cordell's on the down low, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what they said. So, now who really going to the Super Bowl? D&Q, you said the Steelers against who?
Steelers and the Eagles. That's Tia.
So what, we watching the Super Bowl right now?
Steelers just scored again. 31-0.
No,
and
that's
it'll
a flag on the play.
It'll be a similar outcome, too, just like now.
No, it's a flag on the play. Bengals ain't getting no more rings, man.
Come on, man. We got to get 7, man.
I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna make a bad prediction right now.
A bad prediction.
I think that Peyton Manning only got this year and next year left, and that's it.
That's about right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, I think he's going to be done. I think he's going to call it a career. So I don't know what's going to happen to the Colts after that.
Y'all got to fall by the way.
They're going to go back to winning 2-3 games a year. Hopefully Rex Grossman will come in and take over, and he'll lead his hometown to the goddamn promised land.
Well, what if
he took the Bears
what if the Colts get Terrell Pryor in the supplemental draft?
The Colts don't never take nobody, man. I don't even know. The Colts do so little, I don't know how they even get players to staff a team. I don't know. I don't know where these fellas come from. You never hear about them doing nothing. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just really messes with my brain, man. Messes with my brain hard.
Where do you think Terrell Pryor is going to end up yet?
Man, the Browns might pick him, the Bengals. Some Ohio team might pick him just to try to sell, merchandise. Because the tickets already sold. That don't matter. The games are sold out. But merchandise, maybe. But, man, I don't know. What? And people act like he ain't good either. I'm like, I think the dude is going to be good.
Okay, come on.
I would not be good.
I'll let y'all later.
All right,
DMQ. You be good, man. Don't let them talk bad about you, man.
Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Very good, DMQ. It's always good hearing from him. Yeah, Terrell Pryor, here in Greensburg, he's from Jeanette, PA. That's like 5 minutes up the road from me. Jeanette Jayhawks. That was his high school team.
I think the Steelers, they could take a chance on him.
Yeah, I don't know why a team won it. The supplemental draft, it's just nonsense. Basically, like, what each team puts in a bid, right? Like, it'd say, I'll give a third-round pick for him, and I'll give a fourth round. They just go through, and whoever gives the highest pick gets them, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, but see what happens, though. Yeah, you got it, but you'll lose your pick next year's draft. Like, you'll lose your fourth-round pick. But, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who cares?
I mean, I'd take him. I'd take a chance on him. So I don't know, man. These guys are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
People give Matt Hasselbeck a chance. Jesus Christ, they might as well give Terrell Pryor a chance.
Yeah, I heard Cleveland might be the front runner. That's the word on the street.
It wouldn't shock me. And if they did, they could. I mean, but they got Colt McCoy. So I mean, if Terrell Pryor going to play, he's not going to beat out Colt McCoy as a quarterback.
Yeah, who knows?
Colt McCoy is going to be quarterback Cleveland for a long time. Cleveland could happen to make the playoffs if Baltimore or Pittsburgh slip up.
Well, there's no way that's going to happen. But Baltimore.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that because remember the goddamn Rams was 4-12, then went to the Super Bowl next year. So I can't say that.
Yeah, it's just nonsense. But I thought Baltimore, they did a good job. They got Lee Evans. They picked up Lee Evans. That was a good move, right?
Yeah, I like Lee Evans. I mean, why would the Colts not try to give a 4th-round pick for goddamn Lee Evans? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense, man. Randy Moss, T.O., Lee Evans.
The Colts feel they have a bunch of wide receivers there. If Austin Colley's healthy, and Pierre Garçon and Reggie Wayne, and Anthony Gonzalez if he's healthy. But they're all the guys always get injured, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just pissed me off, man. We got rid of the devil, Tony Dungy, and now
got rid of the
seems
devil.
like they're just staying stagnationized, man.
Yeah, you don't want to stay stagnationized. That's the one thing you don't want to do.
Look at that. Sean Sweezer missed the field goal.
Oh, you already saw him miss it, huh? He's still lining up to kick it here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're behind.
There it is. Kicked it wide.
Who was
he had one blocked earlier, too.
Was that Sweezer?
Oh, I don't know. I would imagine.
Judy's on my other channel. I can tell you, guilty, and you won't even know for 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm apparently behind you a little bit.
Wouldn't that suck if me and you was talking on the phone during the O.J. trial, and I'm like, he's not guilty, and you'd be like, hold on, man, I haven't even seen none yet.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. So what else is going on yet? And any other talking points you had for the evening?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to probably go make some bets tomorrow. And I'm going to, I got my new house that me and the baby are moving into my new house next week. I think we're moving Monday.
Another move.
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. I'm not going to be with my son. The lady who cooks my food, she's gone. Everything.
So why are you and the baby going out on your own again?
Well, it's just time for me. I'm 58 years old. It's time for me to get my own spot.
But you had your own spot not too long ago, and that didn't work out. You had to move back home with your son.
Well, that's when I lived with that lady.
Yeah, the lady with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, but them kids was a mess. Do you know she tried to call me the other day?
No.
She tried to sweet talk me, talking about, do you know what I'm wearing?
If I recall correctly, that lady was she was a lady of the evening. Like she would go out at night.
Yeah, she was always gone at night, man. Maybe there with them goddamn kids who wasn't even mine, and I ain't no stepdaddy.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't she go to prison? She got arrested. She was in jail for a couple of days.
Went to jail. She go to prison. Jesus Christ, prison.
Jail.
Years.
Yeah. But she went to jail for a couple of days, maybe a week or so. And then when she came back, wasn't she missing a thumb or something happened with her thumb?
Yeah, but she was missing $5,000 too.
Oh, that's right. You took the money from her.
She left that in her underwear drawer. She left that there. I was checking.
Hey, Ed, it's almost fantasy football season. Any fantasy football advice for the kids?
Just pick all the best players if you can when you have your draft.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Now,
what about the Michael Vick? Because it seems like a lot of people are saying he's going to have a huge year, and he looks pretty good. But he gets injured a lot, and apparently at the end of last season, his last 5 or 6 games, apparently teams started to blitz him more, and his stats really fell off.
That's why I think the Eagles are going to be a team that's a little bit overrated.
Yeah.
I still think Dallas is going to win that division.
Wow, really, Dallas?
Yeah, and I think the Redskins may make a run.
Yeah, the Redskins aren't going to make anything yet.
Well, listen, the last 2 times there was a lockout or strike or whatever, the Redskins went to the Super Bowl.
Well, if Joe Gibbs comes back again, and, maybe.
Isn't Mike Shanahan starting to look like a buffoon, the coach?
Yeah, it's not looking so good.
Doesn't it make it seem like maybe he was not as great as coach? Because didn't he suck as the Raider coach? Didn't Al Davis call him a knuckle jump and all kinds of stuff like that?
Yeah.
And then he went to Denver and had John Elway. Didn't win it until they got Terrell Davis.
That's right, Terrell Davis, a 6th-round draft pick. They just fell into.
Yeah, out of Georgia. And then what happened after that? He goes to Washington. He can't, do nothing out of a wet paper bag.
Yeah,
That's why
he actually had a couple.
cannot,
They got to the conference finals that one year with Jake Plummer, right? They lost to the Steelers in the AFC Conference Finals.
I don't know. I don't remember that, but they might have. But still, I just don't think the guy's as great as they say. To me, you got to prove it with more than one team or more than one quarterback. Like Phil Jackson in NBA. He did it, but he's always had the best players. But still, he's
always had the very best.
But
what about Joe Gibbs? We mentioned Joe Gibbs. 3 Super Bowls, 3 different quarterbacks, and only Theismann was even remotely decent. Well, Doug Williams was good, I guess. But 3 quarterbacks, 3 different teams. How about that?
Doug Williams, first black quarterback to win it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's some coaching there.
Joe Gibbs was a good quarterback. Joe Gibbs was a good coach for back that time.
Yeah.
Now, right now, and just like Bill Parcells, he's a good coach. He took a bunch of teams and flipped them all around, got them, back to where they need to be. Jimmy Johnson should come back to the NFL.
Yeah, it never worked out in Miami, though, right? He went to Miami there, and he didn't have too much success with Dan Marino at the end of his career.
Well, him and Wayne Huizenga, man, Huizenga was messing junk up, man. Jimmy Johnson always got with some meddlesome owners, man. If you let
we were talking about, speaking of Jimmy Johnson, you're talking about Miami. Did you see that ESPN 30 for 30 documentary, The U, all about Miami?
Oh, yeah. That's the greatest 30 for 30 ever made.
Yeah, I just saw it last week. It's really good.
Oh, yeah, man. The U, that's when Miami was Miami, man. They had it going, man. They was doing everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure those guys was getting just as much money as these new fellas got, if not
that's
more.
Right. Luther Campbell. He was taking care of them back then. But, Yeah,
I wish I had if I had a bunch of money like that, I'd go back to Bloomington and Indiana University, be right on the map again.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you couldn't do it when Bob Knight was there because Coach Knight would string you up by your waist and then whip you. But now don't matter who they got there now, they just want to win.
And Ed, last night on our hockey show, you broke the news that the UFC was going to sign with Fox, and that's what they did.
I told you that last night. Yeah, I don't know why you guys act like I didn't know nothing about it. And then Larry tells me today when I talked to him that a kid named Patrick Watkins that listens to the show, works for Fox, said he had got a memo yesterday that there was a surprise announcement. No one knew about it. He heard me break the story on the goddamn LCS hockey show before people who work for Fox even knew about it.
How about that? Yeah, the UFC signed a big deal. They're going to have all kinds of things, and they're going to revamp the Ultimate Fighter show. That's going to be on FX now, the FX station.
Yeah,
and they're going to have live fights now.
Every other Friday night they're going to have fights now. Every other Friday. And what that's going to do is Dana White and the guys have been talking to Vince McMahon. What's going to happen is the UFC is going to turn into like a 2 or 3 night a week thing so they can get all these fighters some action.
Yeah.
And then, so they got 300 and some fighters on the contract. They got to have these guys fight. They can't just sit them on the shelves. But what's going to happen in turn is the pay is going to be even lower for these fighters.
That's going to be hard to
believe. Lower.
Yeah, I don't know if it could get lower. But the Ultimate Fighter, that reality show they got where they have the kids get in the house and fight the way out to be contenders, Well, the way they do it now is they film it over 13 weeks, and then they put it on the shelf for like 3 or 4 months while they edit it, and then they show it. But what they're going to do now, though, that it's going to be on FX, each week they're going to film 1 week, and then at the end of that week, they'll show the show and have a live fight on Friday night. So each week will be filmed and edited that week, and then that Friday will be a live fight.
Because I know people got mad at me last time when I told them Kimbo Slice loses in his first fight. They all got mad at me.
That's right.
How do you know Kimbo lost? Don't worry about how I know. I know everything. Just like who's the first person in the world to say that LeBron, Bosh, and D-Wade was all going to stick together. I might have had the team wrong because I said Cleveland, but I broke that in June of 2009, way before anybody else, before Yahoo Sports, before anybody. I knew what was going down.
Hey, Ed, you mentioned the Kimbo Slice. Did you see his boxing debut the other night?
I heard he knocked somebody out, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, he was a good punch. He cracked them good, knocked them out. But it was just some, tomato can.
I tell you, I pumped my gas next to Kimbo Slice about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I was pumping gas next to him. He was in his Mercedes-Benz. And I was over there. I go, hey, Kimbo, what's up? He goes, hey, Ed, how you doing?
Well, what I don't understand is why didn't Kimbo Slice always just go to boxing first instead of MMA,
Well, yeah, because he could have made a lot more money. Boxing would have paid him on the but see,
I think it would have been an easier transition for him to go to boxing than MMA,
Well, yeah.
Kicking and whatnot.
And you're seeing, here's the funny thing, though. You're seeing, and this is just like how baseball was. Remember how, like, in baseball, Babe Ruth was so great. In UFC, Royce Gracie was so great. Royce Gracie and those bums like that could never hang with the new kids coming up because as it evolved, these guys do all this other crazy junk that would have beat the hell out of them older fellas.
Yeah.
But people always go, they're legends. Yeah, they're legends in your own mind. That's like saying Bob Cousy could hang with, like they're saying Bob Cousy would beat Magic Johnson in one-on-one. Ain't no goddamn way Bob Cousy.
Yeah, there's no way.
Couldn't play basketball after 1972.
The reason the Gracies were so devastating was because no one really knew what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was back then. They had no idea
what the hell was going on. Yeah, that's like me
Jerry
having
Rice.
a game. Yeah, that's like me inventing a game and no one knows the rules except me.
It's like Jerry Rice and the West Coast offense we always talk about.
Jerry
Until people knew
Rice.
what the hell
Jerry
to do
Rice
with
so
it.
overrated. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Fuck Jerry Rice. Listen. Jerry fucking Rice. This guy played an offense that no one knew how to defend.
But nowadays, you got to be a good jiu-jitsu. You got to be a good wrestler. You got to be a good striker. You got to be able to do it all. Muay Thai. You got to know
even you got to know. Listen, these UFC guys even know how to defend the West Coast offense. That's how bad they are.
That's right. You got to jam those receivers at the line.
Yeah. If you like what you call it, man. Jerry Rice wasn't supposed to be nothing. I hate to hear that. He worked so much harder because he sucked. He wasn't that goddamn good. That's why he worked harder than Randy Moss. Randy Moss had goddamn gifts. Randy Moss is by far the greatest wide receiver of all time.
Who's the best wide receiver right now?
Hey, right now, who's the best wide receiver?
Yeah.
As far as gifted, man, I would say maybe Michael Crabtree, man, but he just ain't.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He plays on a shitty team.
It's ridiculous. You just like him because he played for Texas Tech. That's an insane pick. Andre Johnson, right? He's the consensus number one.
Andre Johnson could be. Yeah, Andre Johnson could be. But I don't know. And I'm gonna.
I like Calvin Johnson too. The Johnson
Calvin Johnson's great too. Just like Jeff George was a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he had a head case when he went off on June Jones. Well, didn't nobody throw the ball harder or farther than Jeff George. Jeff George could throw that ball. And Jeff George was accurate, had 4,000-yard years. He just was so crazy, smoking up dope all the time and doing all the crazy things that he did with the girls and all that other stuff that it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So that's just what happens. But, like Joe Montana, he's not the greatest quarterback of all time. He played in a system that no one knew how to defend.
Yeah, football is about a lot of luck, too. It's where you go. And like I saw Aaron Rodgers, there's a story today, I guess in the newest America's Game about a documentary there that show on NFL Network where they talk about the Packers winning the Super Bowl. Rodgers said that he always wanted to play for the San Francisco 49ers coming out. And if you remember the draft, it was between him and Alex Smith. And the Niners took Alex Smith. But that doesn't mean if they would have took Rodgers would have been any good with the Niners.
No, because they still would have had 7 or 8 different offensive coordinators in 7 or 8 years, and he would have never been nothing. It goes by where you're drafted, man. Elway knew that. Elway didn't want to go to no shitty-ass Colt team back then. He said, I ain't going to the Colts, man. Trade me. Kill me. He made a deal with the devil, went to Denver.
And if Rodgers goes to San Francisco, he's thrown in right away. He's playing his first year. Maybe he's not ready, and maybe he struggles.
If Ryan Leaf went to the Colts would never, ever have a Super Bowl win, in this decade. And who knows if the Chargers would have even let Peyton Manning play. You never know.
You never
It's
know.
just luckily, like Tim Couch was a great quarterback. Got drafted by the janky-ass Browns. Couldn't do that. No offensive line, no help. That's one bad thing, too, man. When you're a quarterback, you get drafted in the first overall pick. Man, it's very tough, man. You've got to just throw the kid like the Peyton Manning got threw out there the first year. Troy Aikman got threw out there the first year, and they stuck with him. The Brady Quinn would have been a great quarterback in Cleveland. Cleveland was on the verge, making playoffs. They had Derek Anderson for some stupid reasons, re-signed him, messed up the whole thing, got mad, traded Braylon Edwards, traded Kellen Winslow. They panicked, got rid of Anderson. Quinn, the whole thing blew up in their face because of terrible management, mismanagement. And then people in Cleveland go, no, Brady Quinn suck. The Brady Quinn can't do this. Listen, your goddamn stupid management is the ones that suck, and they didn't know what the hell to do with what they had. They had a great young nucleus there. Now they're trying to keep it because they got Mike Holmgren and them fellas there now. They got people with a decent head on their shoulders. And that's why they'll be able to.
What about Cam Newton down in Carolina yet? I saw on DamonShuck.com a lot of people were going after you for your Carolina Panthers hate.
Hey, you can't hate on a team that sucks. How can you be a hater of a team that sucks? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no one even really cares about the Carolina to hate them, I don't think.
All I did is just like the Panthers ain't going to be good. The Panthers going to win 2, 3. I can't even say they're going to win 4 games. 2 or 3 games at the most. I mean, I've never seen a team get so excited on re-signing their own shitty players.
Yeah.
They signed D'Angelo Williams for some obscene amount of money. Did they win just 1 game last year?
Well, I don't know, but they were lousy last year, and he had a foot injury.
I would
barely
keep
played.
the guy as far out of Carolina as I could. I'd call Ray Caruth if I had to. Jesus Christ. I'd bring Ray Caruth back before I brought him back.
Yeah, we can lose 12 games without you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but,
like the Broncos talking about, if we want to win, we got to play Kyle Orton. You fools won 3 games with him last year.
He was 3-10.
You know what? Kyle Orton is not good. Kyle Orton is what you call a compiler.
Yeah.
He plays for a bad team, throws for a lot of yards. Phillip Rivers is the same goddamn way. You ain't never seen the Chargers win a Super Bowl, have you? No. But they always put Phillip Rivers' name up there as, he's such an elite quarterback. No, he's not. He's a compiler, man. Defense is so bad, and he has to throw the ball all the time.
Yeah, he plays just good enough to lose.
Exactly. Yeah. They should have kept it Drew Brees. You see, but the Chargers always have a sense of losing. Drew Brees, he thanked God to get out of there. He went to New Orleans and put it together.
Yeah.
So.
He almost went to Miami.
Man.
Miami could have had Drew Brees yet.
Yeah, Miami could have had him too, but Miami wouldn't have done nothing with him either. It takes a whole team of courage to do it. You got to have all the right pieces and parts to make that puzzle jigsaw together.
Yeah.
If not, it's like a field goal. It's like a field goal, and you don't got no holder.
And just think, if Drew Brees went to Miami yet, he wouldn't have been in New Orleans to beat your buddy Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
No, but that's just how it goes, man. That's just got the defense, man. The defense lets you down. If the Colts, like I told you, if the Colts had the Steelers defense, we'd be going for a 9-peat right now.
9-peat.
Yeah. Let the Colts have a defense like that for once. I told you, the Colts score 4 or 5 extra points a game in those teams, and their defense allows 4 or 5 extra points a game. So, hey, man, that's a big swing that has to happen. It just messes it all up. So.
We got about a minute left in the show yet. Anything else you'd like to tell the people?
No, just, we'll be back next week at the same time, same Ed channel, and don't let them talk bad about you.
Hold on, Ed. 1 second.
Play the goddamn music, stupid ass. Now it's time to say goodbye to Ed and all his friends. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to listen to my show. So get yourself a couple paychecks and go and buy a hoe. Y'all come back now. You hear? I like the girl with the booty in the front. 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 I like the girl with the booty in the front.